Alright, hello everybody. I thought I'd just do a quick podcast since, it's the last week of the season and things are getting so very intense in our league right now. So I just thought I'd give my quick thoughts about what's going on. So first, I'm going to get to the East in a minute because that's where it's really, really intense. I'm looking in the Central. I have a 13 game one. You just got bucked with 1 week to go, so I've already locked up the Central. And Three River Mountaineers has a 15 and a half game lead with 1 week left, so he's already locked up the West. And looking at my amount of games lead over Three River Mountaineers right now, it's like 12 and a half. So, I pretty much locked up the number 1 seed. And Three River Mountaineers still has some work to do to make sure that he gets the 2nd seed because Fighting Phil's is only it's only 2.5 games back. So if he would have a big week and Three River Mountaineers would fall back, it could be an issue there. But I'd say as right now he has advantage because Phil's has to play a tough Pirates team this week. So that's how it stacks up there. But almost all season long, Tomahawk Chops has been leading the East. And then last week, Fighting Phil's on the last day, Sunday, yesterday, just came out and took it to him and just got everything to flop and ended up with a 7-2-1 victory and took hold of the East by 2 games over Pirates and 2.5 over Chops. Now, as of right now, Chops would be on the outside looking in for the playoffs. But he's only at a half game behind Pirates for the second wildcard spot. As of right now, you just got bucked. Has a pretty comfortable lead over Pirates and Tomahawk Chalks to probably hold on to a wild card spot because currently he has a 5 game lead over Pirates and 5.5 over Tomahawk Chops. So unless he just got absolutely thumped by me this week, then he's almost pretty safe as getting one of those wild card spots. And as of right now, he's starting off okay. So I don't think that's going to be a big issue. I think you can almost count that you just got bucked next week will be in that wild card game, and more than likely as the 4 seed. So he will have the 5-5 tiebreaker in it as well. Now, looking at the matchup specifically in the East, Tomahawk Chops plays Minions, which helps him and also he started out with a few home runs today, so he got out to an early lead, which helps him a lot. So he's going to need to come out with a win. He definitely has to bunch up. The thing he has going for him though is Fighting Phil's and Pirates both play each other this week, and it looks like Fighting Phil's is off to a hot start too. So unless it gets tighter with Fighting Phil's and Chops continues to crush, it's looking more and more likely like Chops might just get the wild card and pass Pirates, because if Pirates loses the Phil's, pretty much Chops will probably jump past them, probably beating Minions. Now, if they will get close to a 5-5, if Chops could get a big enough win, he might be able to jump Phil's. So there's a lot of different scenarios that could happen with that. But just seeing where the teams are positioned and that there's only possible 10 wins up for grabs between Phil's and Pirates, and the Chops more than likely will probably win this week is my guess, then it's more than likely that he's going to jump up. The worst case scenario for him would be if Pirates won maybe like 6-4 or 6-3-1, just a little, and didn't crush Phil so much that he jumped past Phil's, and just like 6-4 would bring Pirates and Phil's to like a tie, and then Chops would need to win at least 6-3-1, 7-3. So if he only barely won 5-4-1, 6-4, then he wouldn't quite get enough to catch both of them. That would be about the worst case scenario. Otherwise, almost a win for Chops will get him in, most likely, unless Pirates just can barely edge Phil's. But looking at it early, it looks like Phil's has a decent chance of winning this, and if he beats Pirates, he probably owns the division. I quickly took a look at the tiebreakers, and Fighting Phil's has the tiebreakers over Chops. So if Chops would catch up, he would still have the tiebreakers. And between Pirates and Chops, Chops does have the tiebreaker if that would so come to that. So, in my overall guess of what's going to happen, I would say I'm the number 1 seed, and the playoffs are going to be you just got bucked as the 4 seed, Tomahawk Chops as the 5th seed to play the wild card game next week, and the winner play me, and then I think Three River Mountaineers holds on for the 2 seed, and Fighting Phil's gets the 3 seed for the playoffs. So that's just my overall prediction right now. I mean, it's so intense as what's going on. I mean, it's really getting down to the nitty gritty of of everything. It's crazy that it's came all down to this. I mean, because we've just slowly been not chopping off teams like Battle Axe and new team were in it through the thick of it a few weeks ago, and then Battle Axe got nixed off, and then pretty much just last week, new team just completely got out more than the week before. But so those two teams just went out of the race, and it's now down to one. I mean, one team. There's 6 teams right now that really deserve a playoff spot, and it's just really going to suck for the one team that doesn't quite make it in. And right now, it looks like it might be Pirates, though he has the spot currently. He's going to have some work to do against Phils to catch up. I mean, anything can happen because he could still get hot and then beat Phils, and he could jump Phils, and Chops might get the division, and Phils could be looking at. I mean, there's nothing. By no means is any team in any of those 3 teams safe. But that's just the edge I think it has right now, and we're only one day into the matchup, so I can't read too much into it. But that's what's right now. The one team that gets left out, whoever it is, you had a great season. No need to hang your heads, especially Pirates and Phils. That one of you I know is going to be in the playoffs. So you guys haven't been in the playoffs before, so this will be an exciting experience for one of you, maybe both of you. You never know. But whoever doesn't make it, you've had a great season. I mean, just great compared to where everyone thought you were going to be going into the season, and it should be an exciting race to come. I'm looking forward to watching the next 6 days, and it gets really intense from here on out. It's almost like a playing game this week, pretty darn close to it for Phils and Pirates, and then Chops haven't and be in a must-win situation, so we're already in playoff mode, and I got to play You Just Got Bucked this week, which could potentially be a preview for a semifinal matchup, because it looks like it could line up that way if Buck would happen to win the wild card. So there's a lot of interesting things going on right now. Next week will be the wild card game, and then following week starts the playoffs. So this is the really intense time of year. It's an exciting time, fantasy baseball, and if any of you have any questions or thoughts about what's going on right now, please post it and share it to the side. So good luck everyone, and see y'all later.